Hello. We want to thank you all for this opportunity, and thank you for asking our firm to help with the launch of the platform. Caroline Forbes approached us with the opportunity to help promote Soundtrack, which is a new music streaming platform that is yet to be released. She asked us to show people across the country how this new platform is better than its competitors. Considering that Soundtrack is entering a competitive market, we want the app to be the best prepared marketing-wise. It's going up against Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud, to name a few. But we believe that with the right team, devotion, and hard work, that Soundtrack can easily dominate the field. Our first goal for this marketing plan is to promote Soundtrack and increase streams compared to its competition. Additional goals are to increase social media following for Soundtrack and create engagement and online presence with its online profiles prior to the app's release. If we can gain traction online before Soundtrack releases, Soundtrack will already have a strong fan base. Speaking of fan base, the primary audience is females in the US, ages 18 to 28, and the secondary audience is males in the US, ages 18 to 28. We selected these audiences because younger people are more likely to see ads online. They're also more likely to use a streaming service for their music, so overall it was a clear and easy choice. Most of our campaign will take place on the primary channels of Instagram and TikTok, with our secondary platform being YouTube. As we market Soundtrack on these platforms, we have several messaging tactics to enforce. Several of these are hashtags and slogans, including Sound Off with Soundtrack, hashtag Stream Smarter, Music for Every Moment, and hashtag Better with Soundtrack. Using the messaging we came up with, we created 15 examples of advertisements that can be used across all of the platforms we previously mentioned. Again, with Instagram and TikTok being the primary platforms, those are where we'd like to hit the hardest with several types of ads. I want to reiterate, while YouTube is a secondary platform, we will still be releasing campaigns there, but the main focus with our audience is Instagram and TikTok. Again, our audience is males and females ages 18 to 28, so they already have a heavy online social media presence, which is what we want for Soundtrack. It is our hope that those messages take off on Soundtrack, on social media, to bring more attention to Soundtrack. The more traction Soundtrack has on social media prior to its release, the better. Before we end the presentation, we'd like to ask if there are any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to us and see our work. We hope that you see a future with us as we see a future with you. We would love to work with Soundtrack again. Thank you.